This is SCP Radio Network, coming to you live from Skylab Studios. Up next is The Cave Show, with your host, Sam J.
Since we last spent some time together. That's right. We're gonna let people come on in right now. We got a good one tonight. Sam J. Mike, open up the doors. It's been a long time since we last spent some time together, but here we are. It's Cave Show once again. Oh my! Like Dr. Mike, can we run that back? I like that track. Can we just run it back? Is that okay? But hold that for a minute, like Jockey Mike. Just stop, pause it for a minute for me, like Jockey Mike. You can start that track over too. By the way, just want to say it's been quite some time since we last spent some time together, and right now we're shaking out the cobwebs, but we open up the door for the services today, because today is no different from any other day. We're about to get it in. It's been a very long time since, we have been in the cave. And I see a lot has been going on, right, like Jockey Mike?
Yes, sir.
A lot has been going on. Your family's been safe?
Yep.
Mine's also. And I hope yours has been safe. We're going to talk about some things tonight, and I'm just going to let people get in here right quick. A lot of people have been texting me, and I'm trying to let them know we're getting the cobwebs out tonight. Am I lying, like Jockey Mike?
Sir.
I'm not lying. That's my brother, like Jockey Mike. We're waiting for everybody to get in. I don't want to leave anyone out. Holla at your boy, man. And we're going to just wait one. We get it together. Let everybody get in. Let the numbers go up. We're live on Periscope. Is that right, like Jockey Mike? Yep. SCP Radio Periscope. YouTube. Just search SCP Radio. We go live right now. If you want to go to YouTube, you want to go to Periscope, or you could just sit your lazy ass right here on Facebook, like most of us do. Like most of us do. Yes. So, we'll let everybody gather in here. Like Jockey Mike, can I get a little music, please? Appreciate that. Oh, yes. Now, once again, welcome to the Cave Show. Take a little volume out. I'm old now. There you go. Yeah. Mike forgot I like to hear the music. Welcome to the Cave Show. I'm your host, Sam J. And like Jockey Mike and DJ Jimmy Ray has brought you the real shit once again. Hey, man. I know what you're going through. My brothers and sisters, I have a message for you. My brothers and sisters, my blacks, Latinos, Hispanics, Mexicans, Dominicans, my Jamaican brothers, my Puerto Rican brothers, my people of color, I'm talking to you tonight. And believe me, this won't be for everyone. Now, you have went against your God once too many times, and you haven't learned yet. I'm talking to your essays. I'm talking to your brothers and sisters. It's going to get real tonight. See, we worry about the wrong shit. Now, I'm going to hit you with some truth tonight, and I know it's going to hurt. I know it's going to hurt like that. Some man gave you a book, right? A man gave you a book, but he told you what was in it, so you didn't have to read it. Now, what sense does that make? I don't understand. And I hear my brothers telling me, man, Sam J, that's the white man's book. Then I know right off the bat, he's never read it. My people, I'm here to give you a message. My brothers and sisters, Black, Latinos, Mexicans, Jamaicans, the indigenous people of this land, I'm talking to you. I have a message for you tonight. It's called, let's get our shit together. We have forgotten. We have went astray and followed the enemy, your oppressor. You believe with all the bullshit that he gives you. That's right. Uh-oh. Here we go, man. I'm going to hurt some feelings tonight. Oh, yes, I am. You see, I remember a man gave you a book, but you didn't read it. That's right. I'm talking to you. You and your pork chop pastors. You're eating. You know what I'm saying? Your pastor's not telling you who you are in your church. You're in the wrong church. Now, this ain't no Bible study. I'm going to give you some history. That's what I'm going to do. I know you might get upset, because I'm hitting you where it hurts, right in your traditions tonight. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to hit you in your traditions tonight. And I'm talking to my brothers and sisters here, my people of color. Look at my KC. Stop running to your oppressors for help. Oh my. Every culture that comes to this country, like Jockey Mike, keeps their culture. Except us. Everybody that comes to this country brings their God. Uh-oh. Except us. We take our oppressors' God. Uh-oh. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Cave Show. Diamond White, whenever you're ready, baby. Let's get it in. Welcome to the Cave Show.
Enough is enough, man. We done had. We've been nice for too long. It's time to get mad. Paint us to be the thugs, tell us be quiet. If I recall, this whole country started on a ride. Y'all been lying, y'all been stealing, y'all been killing. You rape women, you rape children, you the villain. If you ain't want us here, you little punk musketeers, you shoulda never went to our country, stole us and brought us here. But I'm here now, and I'm in my groove. You gon' have to kill me if you want me to move. I've been oppressed too long and always ridiculed. I'm in NWA, call me Ice Cube. The biggest thug in this country is the president. Everything he does is illegal, he's a hypocrite. Black Lives Matter, self-explanatory. Change the laws in this country, make it mandatory. No justice, no peace, say it loud. With my fists in the air, cause I'm black and proud. This ain't a black thing, this ain't a white thing. It's to come all together and do the right thing.
Praise the Most High. I know your name now. A higher shot, a higher I feel. Jumped in the gang now. If you ain't come a slave cargo shifting, who's you? Cause I've been reading the Bible lately and find out we's the real Jews. They lying, they ain't telling us the truth. Elder gave me the game and he's showing me the proof. He said, brother, who is you? And took me to Deuteronomy. Man, they screwing us over. Spiritual side of me. I know you cited blasphemy. Ain't know he was kin to me. Got us breaking Sabbath and lying to us religiously. And I don't appreciate none of that. I went to Catholic school. They ain't told me nothing about Deuteronomy Muslim, I denounce that. That white dude they call Jesus, yeah, boys, yeah, I denounce that. I got hedge where my house at, scripture where my mouth at. Aromo, I make it dance like David, so plex me wrong with that. Jesus still a soldier, soldier for the most high. Now I keep a sword next to my nine. Preachers, modern day Pharisees, acting so divine. I was brought up around sinners, so with sinners I die. So you can catch me politicking with the pimps and thugs. Yeah, I relate to them, then I give them the word. The first thing I tell them, Christ, he look just like us. They leave the convo feeling Satan got us Jews effed up. But most Judas blind, Israelites be blind as mice. Following the way of heathens, Ishmael and Edomites. I ain't talking down the nations, but they supposed to follow you. St. John 4:22, salvation is of the Jews. Babylon and Timbuktu. Yeah, I had to read that too. Now I sound like Yeshaya, Lord forgive, they know not what they do. The church, they think I'm crazy. The pastor trying to save me by giving me a one-way ticket to Hades. Elder Ricard.
Hebrew hood music. I'm sticking to that truth that every
Oh, yeah. Oh, my. We'll check it out tonight. Wow. I never thought I'd see what I'm seeing right now here in the United States of America, and my people getting killed, and it's televised. You think this would happen, Mike? Everything's getting televised, man. I mean, there's no hiding or getting around it. You're guilty. But will they be found guilty, Mike? That's my problem. What can we do about it? Huh? Do you have an answer? I mean, I got one answer for you, but you may not like it. We could do something about the problem. For some of you, y'all want to be with everybody. This is the great melting pot. That's what they tell me, right? Well, put a little empathy inside that melting pot. The things that I'm seeing right now in the streets of America, man, is horrifying. I never thought I'd grow to the age of 50 plus and be looking at this shit. Oh, my. So I tell you what we're going to do today. We're going to talk about it, and we're going to see what you got to say. Because you're definitely going to hear what I got to say. You know how I do. I'm not going to put any sugar on it. I'm not going to sweet talk you. I'm not here to be your friend. I'm not here to boost your ego or your estrogen or your testosterone. That's not what I'm here for. I'm here to give you the truth. It is time to separate. Do you understand me? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm afraid that it has come a time in America that we need to realize that living amongst each other just ain't working. That's what I see. You know, before the Civil Rights Movement, there was a town called Tulsa, Oklahoma. And in that Tulsa, Oklahoma, there was a little town called, well, you know, like a North Shore is to Houston or Challenge is to Houston. But Greenwood was that for Tulsa, the outskirts of Tulsa. See, this was before the Civil Rights Movement now. 1921, it was shut down. It was a black community striving in the late 1800s to 1921, like that. Now listen to me now. They were separated. under the Jim Crow laws, all that good stuff. That's right. That's what I said. They ain't gonna like this like Jockey Mike. But segregation was a thing. You see, separation is not to say you hate another, but we cannot live amongst each other. Haven't you seen that for the last 400 years? Haven't you seen that? So today, cut that light, Jockey Mike. I'm good, man. I appreciate you. You got my spirits.
Tonight, I can report the sky is absolutely falling. We are all doomed. The end is...
Cut him off. Again, we have reached a point in America, hell, in the world. Because let me explain something. I just got out of Facebook jail. By the way, can you ring my friend up, man? You know what I'm talking about, right? Makiba. Just go ahead and ring her up. Because I'm about to get into myself right now. I have a very special guest tonight. And she will be coming aboard. In just a few. We're going to Skype her in. Makiba Varner. Are we good? She's not answering. Well, keep calling. She'll answer. I'm sure she's listening at least. Again, now we're trying to get one of my guests to come in by way of Skype, like Jockey Mike's working on that. But as he works on that, let me keep my train of thought here as I digress. It has come a time in America and a time on this earth for separation. What do I mean by separation? It is time for black folks and people of color. And I know, we got an infighting war right now with Hispanics and blacks, like we different. I think you better do your history. Can I give him a quick little history right quick, Jockey Mike? First of all, I'm speaking the language right now of my oppressor, English. Am I correct? Mm-hmm. And like Jockey Mike is a Mexican, he speaks Spanish, right? Can you speak Spanish? Si, guess what that is? The language of his oppressor. And guess what? They're one and the same. See, you gonna do your history. The Spaniards were white now. White people who spoke Spanish. That's how people got their language. That's how we got our language, English. Because we were taken over by our oppressors, and we were given this language. See, you see, people don't look at it like that, like Jockey Mike. See, we're one and the same. You understand that? We're all brothers and sisters, even with white folks. But let's be honest. This land was built on slavery, racism, and chattel slavery, may I add. Not just regular slavery, chattel slavery. And there's only one race of people on this earth that has been through chattel slavery, and that's black folks, so-called Negroes. Am I lying like Jockey Mike? Now, you stop me when you think I'm lying like Jockey Mike. You stop me. So what I'm trying to tell you, I'm not saying all white folks are bad. Not all. Not all. But damn it, even white folks see that white folks are bad. Come on now. Let's not play here. Because anyone who followed me for the last 4 or 5 years know damn well I would get on blacks' asses, Hispanics' asses, and I damn sure won't get on some white asses. You understand me? Oh, wait a minute. Is my guest in? Turn her down right quick. And by the way, Makiba, she hasn't done it. I'll get her later. We have to separate. Now, I'm going to explain to you what I'm talking about, separate. I don't hate anybody. Because my God tells me I should love everybody. That's what I believe. I don't know what you believe. But my God tells me I should love everybody. Even my wicked-ass brother, Esau, and Edomites and white folks. They're my brothers. But they bad right now. They bad right now. And they don't want to admit when they bad. It's like little kids. It wasn't me. They did it. Nobody wants to take the blame. But I'm going to point the blame. And I got a resolution for you. Now, it's up to you to take this medicine. You understand? Is my guest in? Miss Makiba Varner, are you in?
Hey, what's going on?
Oh, my God. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Makiba Varner. If you follow me on Facebook, most of my people already know that I had a guest coming in today. Her name is Makiba. I said your name right?
Makiba.
I was right on time. Makiba Varner. Hey, and you're from H-Town, right?
I am from the 8.
Oh, my goodness. We got a homegirl everybody. Now, I've been talking Makiba back and forth on Facebook for about a year or so, I guess. She'll say something because she's very strong with her words. I thought I was an ass. She could be an ass. I know. I'm telling y'all right now. Y'all know how Sam J is. She's probably worse because she's a female. You know, a scorn woman get you. Miss Makiba, Queen Makiba, are you good?
I'm good. I'm just getting lighting straightened out so
Okay.
you guys can see me.
Yeah, you might want to close the curtain because the sun is shining real hard on you.
1 second.
Now, as I was saying, we have to separate. And what do I mean by separation? We have to, economically, we have to weaponize our dollars. Do you understand me? If you do not understand what I'm saying, just sit your ass down and lend me an ear and hearken. Because some of my people, I got to get in your ass right now, some of my people are just goddamn ignorant. Y'all want to fuss and fight, and that's all y'all want to do. Because when it's all over, you go back to the hood and do the same old shit you was doing before this shit started. We have to weaponize our dollars. And it's very easy now. See, once again, when people come to this country, they bring their culture, they bring their monies, and the monies they make here, they keep it within their agenda, except for us. And we've been here the longest. What's the problem? Let me give you an example. Again, let me get back on topic. Welcome aboard, Makiba. I had to vent right there because my people are getting on my goddamn nerves right now. And I'm sick of this, what we're seeing on TV right now makes me want to grab something and go pop, pop, pop. But I have to get back on track. And we have, we're on Facebook. You got a lot of people on there that's going for the riots. I understand the riots, man. I'm not going to get out there and riot, but I do understand. And I'm not going to and one thing I'm not going to say is stop. I'll just tell you what I'm not going to do. Now, Makiba had an opinion about rioting. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Makiba, I'm going to let you introduce yourself. And get your, who are you and what do you do? I know one thing you do I want to get into, but we'll do that later. We'll talk about that recreational part. But yes, Makiba is from Houston. And go ahead, baby girl. Introduce yourself.
You already did a good job of it. I appreciate that. My name is Makiba Varner, and yes, I am from Houston, Texas. Originally, I live in Los Angeles, California now, and graduated from high school at Southwest High School in Fort Worth, Texas. So, and from there, went on to Grambling State University, the mightiest HBCU on the planet. So, I've always been very active in social issues, always been very outspoken, always had this alternative perspective to looking at things that most of us in the Black community don't traditionally look at, and I started from a very young age. And I was a 5%er. When I was at Grambling, I joined the Nation of Islam after probably in the early 90s. And then I've also been to church too. I was raised and grew up in church. So I have a very global perspective, I believe, when it comes to what we need in a Black community, what we need to survive, what will make us completely and assure our freedom. And, that's not always, that doesn't make me popular, and it definitely doesn't make me in the majority. So.
And you know this. Now, I read on your bio that you were a social justice, what was the title? That you fought for justice on social media, and you did some social work. Is that what you had on there? Something about social?
Well, no, not social work, but I deal with social issues involving the Black community. And that's what I'm outspoken about.
Okay.
I'm also an advocate for medicinal marijuana. My husband and I have an advocacy organization where we try to advocate and help others who are in other states who don't have legalization of marijuana to try to help give them consulting on how to get marijuana legalized in their state. So I'm involved. I'm really about the people, definitely.
So of course, you know what's been going on.
Absolutely.
You got eyes, you can see. Now, here's my opinion on Mr. Floyd, and I want you to see if you agree or disagree.
Okay.
I know we all know who Candace Owens is.
Who?
Candace Owens.
Who?
Yeah, that's her. But anyway, it's because of her I've been in Facebook jail for quite some time. But let me just say this about Candace Owens, and let me let my people know where I come from as far as what she says. She says Floyd is not a martyr. But here's the deal. It's not the fact. It could have been me. It could have been my producer. It could have been my Hispanic brother. The fact that this was televised on TV and everything that's happened beforehand, and we have finally seen someone actually take their last breath. And for me, what did it for me, a grown man, a black man looking like me, I'm bald-headed too. He's from Third Ward. I'm from Fifth Ward. We right around the corner.
Right,
so when I'm sitting here watching this video, now I'm already mad now, but for me to hear a grown man cry for his dead mama, that was something totally different.
Right.
So for me, it wasn't the fact that it was George. It was the fact that it was televised, and the evil devil had his knee with his hand in his pocket.
Absolutely.
Looking like, fuck y'all, I'm not moving. And my man saw his mama. And the first thing I did, Makiba, let me tell you what kind of person I am. The first thing I did was, is his mama dead or alive?
Yeah, I knew.
That was the first thing I said to myself, because if he saw his mama and his mama ain't here, we've gone too far now. the what they call it, the old folks, the kick the barrel, the kick the whatever, goddamn, it's over. The thing that we got to do here now. What is your opinion on that? Now she says more. It's not the fact that it was George. I don't care what kind of lifestyle he had. I don't care what kind of porno, because it's all out there now. I don't care what kind of pornos he made, because half you motherfuckers is watching it. All right? So shut the fuck up. I don't care what kind of drugs he was on, because some of y'all was on them same drugs when you was watching it on the goddamn YouTube. So I don't care what kind of woman he was with. He was with a white woman, and I hear a lot of shit about it. I don't give a flying shit. The man died like a damn dog.
Yes.
By the hands of the same oppressors. You know what? Technology has brought everything forth, right? This is what black folks been crying about for centuries.
Yeah, and actually dogs get more humane treatment.
Yes, they do.
So we can't even say he died like a dog. You know, when I saw it, and in an effort to not recreate the will, Dave Chappelle put it best on his YouTube special. Firstly, no one that I've heard, I have not seen it in the media, I have not read it anywhere, of anyone referring to Mr. George Floyd as a martyr. You know, he is a victim, and he is the conduit by which change came. So when you say, you know, we shouldn't have him as a martyr, that was a poor choice of words, and she truly misspoke, as she always does. But the other thing that Dave Chappelle really pointed out is we didn't choose him.
Huh.
You chose him.
You chose to put him on TV.
He just happened to be the one that day. So like we took him and we found the most the man with the most history, the man with the anything negative out there. It's not like we went and found him. You went and found him, America, and you put him in front of our faces.
Wow.
And you told his story. And now it's all over CNN. It's all over Fox. It's all over MSNBC. You made us watch this modern day lynching that we didn't ask for that day, because I know I didn't wake up that morning with that shit on my mind.
Ouch.
I had some other stuff I had planned on doing that day. I'm sure you did too.
Oh yes, that brought me down to the reality of what in which I live in, and
Right.
you know, I just couldn't deal with it at a point, and I actually as a grown, and I'm an alpha male, goddammit. I don't shed too many tears, but I had to cry on that when I hear a man.
And you know, because you understand that wrong is wrong, and being the nurturing people that we are as Black people, even if we saw that same police officer with his knee on a white man's neck like that,
Exactly.
wrong is just wrong. You
But-
know, and it would have garnered the same response as the witnesses who were there watching George Floyd being murdered. And the first thing that I said to my husband when I saw it was like, this motherfucker got his hands in his pockets. Like, that's what
And he's
fucked me up.
smirking. He was smirking with his hands in his pocket.
Clearly, you're not in distress if your hands are in your pocket.
Now, Makiba, I want to see if you feel me here, and I'm just gonna be blunt because that's who I am.
Okay?
I don't see any change, but let me say this: there will be no change. If I had to give you an answer, Sam J, is it going to be any change? No, because I say no because the same shit's happening as we protest, as we complain. My man got shot in the back, running around with a taser. They unloaded on his ass, running from the scene. Black men are being found hanging from a tree. Now all of a sudden, black men are hanging each other. What? How that? I never heard of a. Now I'm gonna say it's very rare that a black
Right.
man gonna hang himself. If a black man gonna kill himself, 9 times out of 10 it's gonna be with a gun.
Right, and even if they do hang themselves, they're not going to typically actively leave the house, go out and find a random tree
Well,
and do it in a way that's symbolic and indicative of the lynchings of the 1800s, of the early 1900s.
now,
So,
we can go on and on all night, Makiba, and talk about every incident. We could talk about every incident from shooting in the back 10 times without warning, shot in the car, I got a weapon, you know I got a weapon, give me a license, boom, boom, you're dead. Pull a woman out the car, next day you know she's hanging in the jail cell. Or, you know, I'm selling cigarettes, not choke me to death. Or I'm selling CD tapes, shoot me 3 times as I'm under the car. I mean, we could go on and on with these stories.
yeah.
But I want to know, what the fuck are we going to do about it? Because let me tell you this. If you living amongst your oppressors, you have a percentage. And that percentage, I don't care how low it is, it's going to outshine the good people. Because you know why? Most good people ain't going to talk.
Yeah.
They claim to be good people. But they won't talk. They won't attack their family members who are doing certain things. They're not going to attack their buddies who they know are racist. You know, Makiba, a while back we had an interview with cops on the show. I had 2 police officers, Harris County. And
That's interesting.
and we were brutally honest in here. That's before we had the video, though, right? Like, I don't think it would have came with the video, because I would have had another head deputy in H-Town. I won't say their name, but their unit would not let them attend. But the 2 police officers who came, I actually went to school with. One was a white officer, chaplain, Shannon Bowen, and I hope he's in good health right now because he tested positive, but he has no symptoms, and I hope he's blessed right now. So anybody listening right now, you tell Shannon, I say, what's up? Sam J say, what's up? He's a good dude, white guy, and the other one was Dana Harris Wolfer, the name is now. I went to school with both of us. She's a female black officer. And
Right.
we talk very candid about their rules and regulations about how do they approach a suspect. And let me tell you what I was very disturbed about, and I'm sure they don't mind me talking about it because we talked about it live. I asked them, why don't you ever give a warning shot shoot a nigga in the leg.
Right.
So he can go to the hospital and take his black ass to jail for out here tripping. But he can live and see his mama and his kids or whatever, pay the debt. But, and the answer I got was very disturbing. Like Jockey Mike, I think you remember. You don't remember. But the answer I got was disturbing is that anytime they pull that gun out the holster, it's to stop the suspect. It's not to maim or wound, but to stop him, to aim center mass.
So shoot to kill, basically.
Exactly. If you pull your weapon, you're pulling it out to shoot, to stop. Now, I have to say, my homie, Shannon Bowden, has been in the sheriff's department for like 30 years. He's never pulled his weapon out. He's never pulled his weapon out on anybody. So what does that tell you about some restraints of some officers? I'm sure he's been in a lot of situations in them 30 years, you know what I mean?
Right.
So he openly admitted that out of the it was about 20-something, that was about a few years ago, so it was like 20-some years then. He's never had to pull his gun out of his holster unless he was at home putting it up. And that said a lot to me. But the rule, when you pull that gun, you're not pulling to wound or maim. You're pulling to stop the suspect. I'm not going to put words in their mouth to stop the suspect. But how do I understand that? I pull the gun to kill. So,
right.
So when we're talking about defunding the police and changing the regulation and getting reform, you can't reform someone's behavioral belief system. You understand? Right. So, exactly. I don't see anything in the near future about how this is going to get resolved in my lifetime, unless now a lot of people don't feel this. Makiba, we got to separate. And what do I mean by that? We're going to have to get, Tulsa, Oklahoma gave us the architectural buildup of an independent black city. Right. They gave us the makeup of it. Mm-hmm. But the whites, what led up to them tearing it down was some bullshit, but it was just a matter of time before something happened for them to come in and tear that shit up. And they did. And they did. Now, in this time and age, let me ask you, Makiba, because this is a debate that we go on. In this time and age, if we brought up the block like Master P's telling us to do, and I've been telling people to do, by the block, do you think Whitey gonna come in here and destroy us again? You think they gonna be capable of doing that again? Hell no.
You think not?
I think not. And
are you serious?
Here's why. So you're saying if we built our own and we separated, put our money like the Chinese do?
We've done that before.
Okay.
But go ahead.
Yeah, we've done it. And the last time was what? Tulsa, Oklahoma?
It's been Tulsa. It's been Rosewood. We could go on and on. They find a reason to burn it down every time. So, it's not for our lack of trying.
So do you think in this time and age, they would actually step in right now and we would have a repeat of that with no retaliation?
Oh, we can't. Now, see, I'm glad you brought that up. Do I think we would have a repeat of that with no retaliation?
Here's the thing.
Or do I think it would be no retaliation?
I don't mean to cut you off. I don't mean to cut you off, but real quick. With Tulsa, Oklahoma, now we know that it was a few blacks who tried to go to the courthouse. I'm sure you know the story, right? Mm-hmm. But it was over 1,000 people against a couple of people. You know what I'm saying? And it turned crazy. But we're talking about a mass of people now who bear arms now, who can walk a judge to the courthouse like a white man does now. We see
like the Black Panthers did,
like the Black Panthers did. But did anybody mess with the Black Panthers as far as walking and destroying? Matter of fact, we got WIC because of the Black Panthers, right? And white people use that more than anybody. And they complain about us. Ain't that a bitch?
Free breakfast programs, but they also, J. Edgar Hoover went out of his way to make sure that he destroyed the Black Panthers as an organization as well, which is why now we have the new Black Panther Party. I do believe that in part, I agree with what you're saying. We do need to have our own. We do need to reinvest in our Black community. We need to stop with the whole, we always kind of make fun and use this term white flight, when it comes to black people moving into the neighborhood. And as soon as white people realize we are there, then they fly off and go further away. And we keep following them and we keep flying them. But really, the white flight is us, because black people keep following them. You know, we left our neighborhoods to go live out in these extreme suburbs. And I get it. I'm definitely not pointing a finger as your families expand and as they grow. But because of that, that left our black neighborhoods vulnerable. You see, we have to change an entire mindset, because it's real cool to build another Black Wall Street. I'm all for that. But another Black Wall Street cannot happen right now because we have too many black people who don't even believe in the movement.
You are absolutely right. Now, with that said, in order for us to even go any further to do anything, should we clean our own house?
We definitely have to clean our own house. And my first order of business needs to start with this two-party buffoonery political system that we have. So, it's not working, and it's not designed for us. And I can't tell you the level of pissivity that comes about when I hear intelligent black people begging for white folks, for Democrats to love them. Oh. That was not designed for us. There's no, I'm a Democrat, you're a Republican. No, they're white and we are not. Bottom line.
That is the bottom line. Now,
the same people, the same deaths that you see. And when I hear, and it tells me that we have so much further to go in the education of our own people, because when I hear black people talk about how all these murders and killings are happening and it's because of Trump and it's the Trump administration. Bullshit. Where have you been for the last 50 years?
For real. Now, I noticed that you said the political part. That's the problem. Mm-hmm. Oh, well, she's cut off?
No, I'm here.
Oh, I thought you were saying something I could hear. Okay. Oh, I know you said something about the politics. Mm-hmm. Why do we need to go to politics to get help? Why can't we just do it ourselves?
Well, there are things that we need this American government to do in order for us to truly be successful if we're going to continue to live here in the United States. Now, if you're talking about separation as in migrating to another country, no, then that's a different discussion.
Oh, no. When I say separate, I mean separate our dollars, separate our customs. Because here's the deal.
I'm cool with separating, but I'm not cool with letting this government get off with giving them a pass with what they've done to my people. That's what I'm not about to do. I'm not about that life. And that's why I'm going after these political parties, because if you're going to sit your ass in office, first of all, black people, get educated on who you need to vote for if you plan on voting, because the president is not elected, he's selected.
Exactly. Now, what are your feelings about electoral votes?
I think that where we live in America is not a true democracy. Mm-hmm. I feel like we are really kidding ourselves if we think that our vote gives us a political voice on the federal level, because it doesn't. There are some people that sit in a room and they decide who the next president is going to be.
Right.
Not you, not me. When I voted this time around, I don't feel like my voice is being heard. We got to stop perpetuating the lie. You know, if you don't vote, you don't have a voice. Hell, I vote, I still don't have a voice. You think George Floyd had a voice? You think Trayvon Martin had a voice? You think his parents feel like they have a voice? They don't. And it doesn't matter who's in office, whether it was Obama, whether it was Trump, whether it was Bush, whether it was Clinton. It still yields the same lynching results. So they, as the American government, I really feel like, honestly, we need to get together and get organized and bring them up on charges for human rights violations at the United Nations. Like, this is where we are.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Black on black crime. What do we do about that?
We don't do a goddamn thing about black on black crime, because black on black crime is not going to be resolved until white on black crime is going to be resolved. Okay. Period. So for the people that like to jump in, but black folks, we don't do this when black people kill each other. Let me tell you something. When you know your history and when you teach a generation upon generation of people to hate themselves, what the fuck do you expect them to do?
So
You live in the hood, you pay more money for groceries, bullshit groceries at that.
do you think, Makiba, that maybe the problem is we don't have the father in the household, the family structure anymore in the black neighborhoods as we should?
I feel like,
do you think that would make a difference how our youngsters are coming up? I mean, and when I talk the youngsters are coming up, you know which ones I'm talking about. We black here. The niggas in the street acting a goddamn fool. Then I follow them home and find out, God damn it, daddy ain't home. This is the problem. It's my opinion that fathers got to take care of their babies. You got to be in their lives. Mamas, you know, the ones that are doing it, you can't keep daddy away from the kids by using the government, because they use the government a lot. And the men are stupid. You're running around having babies everywhere. We have to get back to structure.
yeah.
This is what I'm saying, my clean house. We got a lot of kids out here fatherless. When I grew up with my mom. My mom was a great mom, but let me tell you something, Keeper. I made a lot of mistakes based on I didn't have a man figure. You know what I'm saying? I was doing woman things. When I got out of high school, my first objective was to have a family. That's not what men do. See? I was taking up the ways of a woman. So, you know, my thing is this, and God bless my mom because she raised me right. I didn't get caught up and didn't get in trouble and all that. But we do have these situations where if the man was in the house, our kids wouldn't be joining gangs. And then when the daddy is in the house and the kids in the gang, hey, daddy in the goddamn gang. So
Now, what I find out a lot out here in California.
exactly. As a matter of fact, I know you live in Cali. I used to live in San Diego.
Okay.
Yeah, I used to be in the Marine Corps out there back in the day, so it's a long time ago. But I'm seeing this. So my thing is, if we don't correct ourselves, and I'm not saying what's going on is not terrible, but man, I've been saying this for years. I want us to stop the madness that goes on in the hood. You know, let me tell you something, Kim. You're from Houston, right? So,
Right.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you a little scenario for a week that wouldn't happen. Before George Floyd got killed, I would hear a cop shooting somebody on the TV, and me and my wife look at each other and go, God damn it, I'm tired of this shit. And then right after that, Makiba, I see over there on the south side, some crazy nigga that shot a damn baby through the window because he rolling down the street trying to shoot other niggas, and he shot the baby and killed it. Then, before I get up and actually get my ass out the house, I see another story of another brother on the other side of town busting caps and killed 2 people night. We got to clean house, Makiba. We got to clean up our shit. We are doing too much.
Yeah, that's a lot of self-loathing. That's a lot of devaluing of life. That's a lot of low self-esteem. And where does that come from? You know, when you're already born into poverty, and then on top of that, you're looking at TV and the whole world is telling you that your life has no value, then you're going to turn around and do things that further devalue your community because you no longer believe in it.
Okay, now I got to be the devil's advocate. You know that, right? You know I got to be the asshole right now, right?
The angel's with me. I'm ready.
Okay,
I'm ready. Come on, devil.
Now, Makiba, I got to put you on the hot seat right now. Now, what you just said could sound like an excuse for a lot of people. Mm-hmm. Meaning that if the drugs are in the neighborhood, don't mean you got to sell them. If the guns come in the neighborhood, well, it don't mean you got to go kill your brother with it. Mm-hmm. You know, things like that. So I got to be a devil advocate here. You know, you just said that because of a situation that we're doing these things, and my answer was the father's not in the house. But still, we know right from wrong, you know?
But it's not the situation because, you know, I was married and my children were very young when my first husband and I got divorced, which is the father of my 2 sons. Mm-hmm. And I was like, wow, you know, now I have these 2 kids. They're like, I think they were 4 and 6 at the time, or maybe 5 and 7. So they were small boys. Right. And their father, he was still active in the house. But I can tell you what, you know, when it comes to both of my first husband and my current husband, you know, out of all of them, I am still the disciplinarian. Like, I'm the hardest disciplinarian. I will go upside my son's head in a heartbeat.
You sound like a black mama.
Right. I'm a black mama. I'm a real black mama. I'm not one of these fake black mamas. I'm the real deal. So even when my children got in trouble at school, and that's the thing, you know, I was always at school. Always. You know, if I had to take off work, if I had to risk getting fired, oh well, you know, that's what it is, because I have black sons, you know, and their father, he was present. He just wasn't full time because we didn't live in the house together. So of course I'm the primary parent. But, you know, as I won't go out and say that moms can't raise, you know, respectable, you know, hard as nails sons. You know, I do think that it's very, very possible, but we got to have that foundation and we got to have that understanding, like, you know, what is unacceptable is unacceptable. And we have to continuously to build them up. And you know what? My sons don't just know their dad and their stepdad. My sons know a whole bunch of positive black men, because I made sure I position myself in a place where I can surround them by other positive black men. Mm-hmm. They have uncles, they have older cousins, they have a plethora of people that are in their lives that even if mom and dad fell off today, they still have people that they can call on. And that's what we got to start doing and getting back into as black people. You know, we want to just be off to ourselves. We don't talk to our neighbors. We don't, you know, we fall out with friends and we don't want to have shit to do with them. We don't pour and invest into our relationships. Every relationship you have as an adult should be for the main purpose of creating connections for our children.
Outstanding. Black Lives Matter. You know I got to go there. What do you think? What do you think about Black Lives Matter? And now hold on. Let me start over, Makiba, because see, here we go. See, that's it. Here she goes now. Hold on. See, here we go. Let me rephrase that question. I know Black Lives Matter. Mm-hmm. What do you think about Black Lives Matter, the organization?
You know, I kind of like the way they roll, to be honest with you. I like the fact that no one really can pinpoint for a sure fact where, the wins, the who's, any of that. You know, when people know who's in charge, then that's how they go after our leaders. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, and so that from that aspect, I do appreciate it. And you know what? That message is getting out loud and clear. See, this is where you and I differ, because I do believe change is coming. I believe change has no choice but to come, or we just go burn this motherfucker down, period.
I hope I'm wrong. I don't want to be right on this now.
Right. You know, because one thing I do know, you and I may not always necessarily agree on the same topic, but these kids are all on the same page.
Right. I see.
And these kids ain't fucking around.
Right? This is a new breed.
This is a whole new breed. New breed. This is like, I'm not my ancestors. I'll fuck you up.
There you go. Now, let me ask you this. When you're involved with an organization, their agenda, does it have to coincide with yours?
You know, I don't believe that. I think that we all want to get to the same end result. Uh-huh. It's just that we have different ways of figuring out how to get there. Well, you know, not just Black Lives Matter. When it comes to, you know, protesting, putting the police on blast, putting the government on blast, you know, and exposing all their brutality and their wrongdoing, that's where Black Lives Matter really, really shines, because they have the endurance to keep going. But then when it's time to put the agenda together, when it's time to demand our reparations, that's when we got to swing over and ease over to ADOS. Mm-hmm. And ADOS is on top of it. Mm-hmm. So it's like different organizations, we got to all understand our role and our purpose. When I was in my early 20s, when I was a teenager, I was the one out there doing just what those kids are doing now, mm-hmm. but we had such smaller numbers. Mm-hmm. But don't think that just because we had small numbers, we couldn't have effect on change. Hell, at Grambling State University, shit, we set police cars on fire.
Hey, girl, shut up.
You know, the deed is done now. Like, we set cars on fire, the police cars. We had a full-on riot. We literally drugged people out of their homes, Louisiana natives, to get them registered to vote when David Duke, the Grand Wizard of the Ku Klux Klan, was going to run for governor. We all decided that we were going to not be residents of our home states anymore. We were going to register to vote in Louisiana to make sure that did not happen. So I've been on the front lines, but now we have to all understand when it's time to transition into that next role. Now I'm in the role of making money. I'm career-minded. I have a job, but I'm still about my people. So guess what? Now, instead of being on the front lines, I'm donating money to bail people out that are on the front lines, to make sure they have legal representation. I'm financing the movement now. And that's the role that we have to go into. My mom, her generation, I'm on my knees, I'm just praying for y'all generation. Lord, just please, we need the prayers too. Everyone has a role to play, and we can't discount anyone's role. And we are going to get to that Black Wall Street that you're speaking of. Right. We're going to get to better education for our schools. We're going to get to this bullshit two-party political system where white people act like they don't have to pander to Black people. People don't like using that word pandering. No, I need you to kiss my ass if you want my vote.
I do understand that.
Like, I don't give shit away. Nothing. So, and you need that Black vote. And that's what is so frustrating to get my people to understand. That whole vote blue no matter who and all that bullshit. No.
I understand
we
that.
have, if Joe Biden is supposed to be the nominee, we have him by the balls right now. Mm-hmm. And we need to turn that sucker up until he screams reparations.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Ouch. I told you, man. God damn it. Okay. Oh, you got me off. Wait a minute. Kind of violent. Ouch. I'd rather you turn over the police cars. The hell out of here.
Look, it's about red. I want all our people to get it.
Leave these balls alone, please. Oh. So now, earlier you said you are 5% of Muslim. What is your religious status now, if you don't mind me asking?
I do not subscribe to any religion now. Right. I am a believer and a follower of the Almighty God, and I know what is right, what is wrong. I have discernment. I read the Word. I study the Word. But to say, oh, I'm Baptist or oh, I'm Methodist or,
Well, that's good to hear. That's good to hear, because those are evil organizations. They're very evil. So, and I can prove it. That's another show. I can prove that they're very evil.
You can prove it too. They've just been doing the same thing for so long.
Well, you know they don't
and it's
actually
hard
follow
to.
the Bible, right? You know they don't actually follow the Bible, right?
They think they do.
Yeah, but I can. That's because, see, earlier in the show I was telling Black folks how we do. A man will give them a book, but you'll come see that man every day so he can tell you what's in it. But you bring the book with you every day, but you never read it. And if you read that book, you'll realize this pastor's a goddamn liar. Yep.
Right.
So yeah.
You will realize the pastor is a liar. You will realize that our government is a liar. You will realize that Democrats are liars.
Now, how do you feel about abortion? So what before I go there, what is your political status?
I'm an independent.
Independent, okay. And what is your opinion on abortion, killing babies?
You know what? From the medical standpoint, because my career job is, I am in the medical field. Mm-hmm. And from that standpoint, I have to say that women should have a right to choose. And if they choose life, then that's their right. So I do not like how, and be very clear, proportionally, Black women get the least amount of abortions nationally. Mm-hmm. That is not our thing. And that's why it's so funny to me. We're such a conservative people, yet we keep following Democrats.
So are you saying that when someone gets pregnant, they should just have the choice of, I just want to kill it right now. I don't want it. My career is more important. Is that what you're saying?
Well, I don't think that's necessarily how that is
Well,
supposed to go.
sometimes it is. You know it is. Come on now. Every
think
once in a
that's-
while, it'd be one of them in there. Talking about, I can't do no baby right now. You weren't thinking about that when you was, doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? So I just want your opinion on that because.
No, you can't say what someone was thinking about while they were having sex. I can
just
think
threw
of
that in there.
many times as a single woman, I didn't go into a sexual relationship with the intent on getting pregnant.
Well, I just threw that in for the visual. I thought it was nice. But anyway, so when you're talking about getting an abortion, are you saying under any circumstance you okay with a woman just saying, I just want to get an abortion?
My stance on abortion is that is a personal choice because it is a medical decision.
No.
So it is, but I will say this
Some of them
though.
not having medical problems now.
hmm
Some of them just don't want to have that little thing.
I don't think some people just don't want to have an abortion. People have.
Now wait a minute.
Well,
now. You mean
again,
to
I
tell me
can't
you don't
speak.
think- Go ahead. I'm my
can't
bad.
speak for the larger population that's having the abortions. Let me preface that.
Uh-huh.
Because Black women are in the extreme minority when it comes to that.
Mhm.
So now what the majority is thinking, I don't know. But I know for Black women, usually when we are in a position to where we feel like we need to get an abortion, it's truly because we feel like we are not adequate enough to take care of a child on our own.
Should a man have a part of that decision?
I do believe that a man should have a part in that decision.
But he doesn't.
And I do believe it should go both ways. A man can also say, hey, I'm not ready to be a parent. I feel like I don't make enough money, or I don't this, or I don't that. I feel
he
like
doesn't have
if
that
like-
decision.
sexual relationship with someone, those are conversations that you need to have prior to having sex.
But a man doesn't have a say in it. He doesn't. Not legally.
And
Huh?
I don't agree with that.
But no, really.
I mean,
I mean,
yeah,
say
like
I've been in a
that.
relationship with.
I don't like that.
Oh, you say that again? You got cut off. Say that again.
I know what you're saying is the truth. Men don't have a say, and I think that's wrong.
Right. Okay. Because my thing is, we don't have a say in it. But now here's the thing: we don't have a say, but we also don't have a say. We have to pay for it now too. So this is why I tell my fellas: wrap it up, wrap it up, wrap it up, wrap it up.
Not just wrap it up. I'm going to go another step that's probably going to get me in trouble with a whole bunch of women. Don't just wrap it up, but in case something does happen, because we know that condoms break. We know that birth control is not 100%, but I would challenge any man, if you are not in a full-fledged relationship with someone, or if that someone is not your wife, you need to establish paternity.
From the beginning.
From the beginning.
You know what? You all right with me now? You run for office? You sound like you run for office sometimes, Makiba. Are you gonna be running for office? Anything up there in Cali?
I want to be free.
You want? So you ain't running for office.
You ain't running for
office.
I can do more damage to them not in office.
Yeah. So what else I want to cover? So let me ask you this: how do you feel about the LGBTQ2-7? Whatever. How do you feel about those people? I can never get all the damn letters and shit together. I throw a 7 in there. I get somebody shit. Somebody gonna get pissed off at me. They'll text me. So what do you feel about those people? That group, or should I say that group?
You're trying to get me so far in trouble. You trying to get me.
Well, hey, you know what? I should have warned you. You stepped into the lion's den.
I'm like, dang, is this what goes on in the man cave?
This is what goes on in the cave show, baby. We keep it real in here. So what do you feel about the LGBTQ-7? What do you feel about them?
I would love, and I've thought about this on more than one occasion, I would love to sit down and be just a fly on a wall in a LGBTQ meeting, because
come on, spit it out now. Don't be playing.
I'm
Don't
not.
hold back. Hey, don't.
I want to be respectful with my words, but it is what it is. I think what has happened is some people in the gay community who are of color mistakenly think that these LGBT rights actually apply to them. So and they have chosen, instead of walking with Black Lives Matter, you're walking with LGBT.
Now,
and you fighting on the wrong team, bruh.
have you ever went to Black Lives Matter's website?
Yes, it was so long ago, though.
Okay. Are you familiar with their agenda?
Yes.
Okay. Are you familiar? They don't want heterosexual relationships to be normal. Do you know they state that in their agenda?
They don't want heterosexual relationships.
Well, let me pull that up for you. Let me go ahead and I don't want to misquote these people.
That sounds crazy.
Can you go to your I'm gonna pull something up for you. I want you to read this with me. Pull that up for me, like Jockey Mike.
Yeah, right.
There's a part in there it seems to me like they don't want the family to be heterosexual.
Is it this one?
Okay, no, the other one.
We gotta make sure we get some good comprehension on that.
Yeah, we want to bring that up because you're a lot smarter than me. You're above my pay grade. Just hold on for a second.
No.
Familiar. Okay, what does that say? That's that. Culture and children or foster affirming or blah, blah, blah. That's it.
This one?
Wait, hold on.
Because this one says,
Hold on.
we affirm lives of Black, queer, and trans folks.
Okay, yeah, that's the introduction to it. Give me
Which
one
sec-
second. Hold on. This is right here. They want to get. That's it right there. Pull that up. Pull that up for me, like Jockey Mike.
I'm going to put it right here.
Yeah. I want you to read this for me. Maybe I'm just a little shades below you though. Now I want you to read this for me because I'm very disturbed by some of the lingo on their website.
Okay.
Now don't get me wrong, Makiba. I got gay people in my family. I love them.
Well, I got black people. I got black friends.
No, I got gay people in my family. I love them, but I ain't gotta love what you do. You know what I mean? So.
Right.
Hold on for a second. I want you to read this. What understanding are you getting out of this? Pull it down for right there.
I don't know if she can read it, though.
Can you see that?
I don't think she can see that.
Hold on. Can you see that, Makiba?
It's a little blurry. Let me see if I can pull it up on my phone and see it.
We foster queer affirming network. Okay? That's what they're saying right off the bat.
Which section? And I'm on the website now. Which section are you in?
Go into the little yellow. You know what I'm gonna do, Makiba? I'm just gonna send it to you because I got your number.
Hey.
Let me go ahead and send it to you right now, so you can read this. I want you to explain this to me because you're a little bit more smarter than me. So I may just a lot, damn Mike. Don't be telling all my dumb shit. Hold on.
Where'd you go to high school in Houston?
North Shore.
Oh, okay.
The
I
Shore.
have a cousin over in North Shore.
Okay, I just sent it to you, Makiba.
Let's see.
And I want you to read that and tell me what do you think, because I'm a little disturbed by that. Put that up for the people that are like Jockey Mike. I want them to read that too. Just put that on the full screen. They can hear our voice, right? Yeah. I want the people out there to read that also, because I'm a little confused about the agenda. Because here's the deal, Makiba. If you're going to be Black Lives Matter, I want you to deal with, because I have my problem with our issues in our house. We don't have the heterosexual man in the house to take care of the goddamn family. See? We don't have the heterosexual man in the house to show the young boy, how to grow up to be a damn man. You know what I mean? An alpha male. We don't need no more beta males. That's why we're in the position we're in now. You know what I mean? So I want you to read that, because my thing is, don't they got their own goddamn agenda? Don't the gay people got their own goddamn agenda? Get back, get off my coattails and get back on your own side.
But as a Black gay person, they don't have their own agenda, because even with.
Okay, well, I want you to read that now. I don't want to get you too far. I want you to read that.
Okay.
Where it
I'm gonna but I still need you to tell me what section you got this from, because
okay, I'm gonna show it. I'm gonna take you. We'll do it after we get off the air.
Okay.
I'll show you how you get to that part.
And place and stuff. You know, I don't.
I'm gonna take you. Just go to their website and go to the. I'll show you. But let's.
I went to the web. I'm on the website, but I'll look at it says we foster Well, let's start.
Okay,
at
now
the
start right there. I want you to read that paragraph and go ahead.
Right. It says we foster a queer affirming network. When we gather, we do so with the intention of freeing ourselves from the tight grip of heteronormative thinking, or rather the belief that all in the world are heterosexual unless she or he or they disclose otherwise. We cultivate an intergenerational and communal network of free of ageism. We believe that all people, regardless of age, show up with the capacity to lead and learn. We embody and practice justice, liberation, and peace in our engagements with one another.
Okay, I didn't want you to go that far, but yeah, that's cool. But that paragraph right there, that one sentence is disturbing to me. And it says, we
foster a queer affirming network? Why is that disturbing to you? It's telling them that everybody is welcome in this movement.
Not that part. What are you talking about? We foster, blah, blah, blah. Okay, what it says, we gather, we do so with the intention of freeing ourselves from the tight grip of hetero. What does that mean right there? They don't want. What does that mean?
I can't speak for Black Lives Matter because I'm not their official
I ain't gonna skip around
but
that.
what I'm getting from it,
what does that mean?
it means that you cannot be homophobic and be a member of Black Lives Matter.
Well,
That's
maybe,
how I'm interpreting.
Well, maybe they're heterophobic.
Why would they be heterophobic?
Because it says
there are some heterosexuals in Black Lives Matter.
Watch this. Watch that sentence. They're heterophobic because watch this. When we gather, we do so with the intention of freeing ourselves. See, they want to get away from of the heterosexual lifestyle. You see what that is right there? Now, don't play with me, Makiba. You are a smart woman.
Which is why I was trying to give you, because I like to take things from the context.
They heterophobic. They're trying to get away from normalcy.
I think the problem is Black people who are in the gay community don't feel safe with heterosexual Black people, and especially trans Black people. And so they have bonded with the LGBT community.
Okay,
but the issue with the bond with the LGBT community is that no matter what rights you get in the LGBT community, it's only for the white LGBT.
Right.
It's not for the Black LGBT. So you're signing on the wrong team. And Black Lives Matter is trying to let you know you can be Black, you can be gay. It's fine, but your rights start over here. They don't start over there.
Right. What you just said, they should have wrote that down. See, what they wrote was, we are trying to free ourselves from heterosexual normalcy. That's what I get out of that. Now, what you said was what they should have wrote on there. You might want to call Black Lives Matter, get you another job, baby. You should be.
I'll make sure I put a phone call in.
You might tell them you tell them heterosexual alpha men like myself are offended by that statement.
Why are you so offended by that statement,
Because look, if the way I talk, people will think I'm homophobic, correct? You just say, oh, you're homophobic. So, me reading that sentence is them telling me we're trying to free ourselves from going into a situation where there's heterosexual relationship. And that's what I read.
I honestly, if I had to guess.
Tell them to take it off. Can you do that?
Yes.
Thank you.
I really think that is a marketing tool.
Well, that's the wrong. See, that's what I'm talking about, Makiba. I don't want these people riding our coattail. I don't want them on my goddamn coattail. You got your LBGQ7 over there. Get your asses over there. March with them. And let me tell you something. I used to work down there on West Time and Montrose. You know what I'm talking about, right?
I know exactly what you're talking about.
I fucked around Makiba and got caught up in one of them gay parades because I was delivering. Let me tell you something. I'm going to be honest with you.
Joint child, because I can't do.
Hold on. Sit down, Makiba. Don't you go nowhere. Look, hey, look here, Makiba. I got caught up in one of those gay-ass motherfucking marches, and everybody was looking nasty. They wouldn't even dress properly. They would have leotards on. Men would shit up their booties. If you're going to be gay, can you cover up?
Fix it, Jesus. What?
As a matter of fact, we're gonna talk about that. Mike, you got some lined up for me. Yeah, Makiba, what you doing?
Look, I have many, many gay friends.
And we can talk to this. Can I get one to come on the show? I would like to have a real, you know what I always say, Makiba? You can never have a conversation about something or someone if they're not present.
Right.
Because there's some questions I know. And I got gay people in my family, but they don't want to come on because they know I'm a goddamn fool. So,
But you might be surprised at the responses that you get from some. There are a lot of black gay men that's not with all this shit.
well, I'm just saying, I don't like the fact that Black Lives Matter. Now, I know Black Lives Matter. But their agenda is against my agenda. Their agenda is even against my belief system. You know, so when I see that, I can't lower my standards to please the masses.
But don't they just want equal protection under the Constitution like everyone else?
Who is they? The gay people?
Right.
Right. I have no problem with that, Makiba. But they got their own group to do that. I'm trying, look, let me tell you something.
The black ones don't have their own group to do that.
Well, you know what? They can come over. I'm not saying they couldn't come over and we can help them, but they don't have to write that in the goddamn manuscript there, talking about they scared of heterosexual relationships and shit. I don't want to deal with people talking like that. You see what I'm saying?
They didn't mean that.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting out of this shit.
They didn't mean that.
We want to be free from heterosexuals.
That's not what they meant.
That's what the hell they meant. Now, then they got to change that. See, that's why I brought you on, Makiba. I needed you to help me out with that lingo because I'm a little confused with that lingo right there. See, I'm
You drove me to smoking is what you've done.
No, I just drove you to smoke a little faster. That's all. Oh, you got something for Mikey? Yeah. Hey, Makiba, you gonna stay with me for about another 20 minutes?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay, because we're going to go to a break right now. I'm going to get back with you. Now, you think about what I said. You got connections, I know, and tell them to get that shit off there and change and put your words in there. All right, let's go, Mikey. We'll be right back. It's SCP Radio. It's Cave Show. Right back, man. That's cool.
You are so hilarious.
Well, we're back again. I hope you enjoyed that jam. We have a little technical difficulties, and so we're not gonna be able to do none of that, right? No. Okay, till we go and leave. Yeah. Okay. Well, once again, man, welcome back to the Cave Show. I'm your host, Sam J. I want to thank my guest, man, Makiba Varner. She's been very, very funny and very lovely, and I hope she had a good time. We'll get back with her in a minute. She'll be back. I think she went to go take a smoke break outside because I ran her to smoking. But again, people, I want to thank everybody for following us, man. SCP Radio. I'm your host, Sam J. Every Wednesday night, 8 to 10 p.m. Central Time, right here at SCP Radio. Like Jockey Mike and DJ Jimmy Ray has brought you the real shit. Now, we're a little rusty tonight.
Once again, man,
We're a little rusty tonight. And, what is that, man?
My guest, man, Makiba Varner.
I think that's
Well, mute her right quick. We don't want no echoes and shit. Okay. Once again, man, we having a little technical difficulty. We shaking out the cobwebs and shit.
So much for having me.
Hold on, Makiba. Don't you go nowhere. We sitting up here at the Cave Show, man. We've been away for a while, and we're shaking the cobwebs off. As you can see, we don't have our green screen up. We usually have our shit 1, 2, 3, ABC, but today we AEIOU. So I want to thank my guest, man, Makiba Varner. I know she's gonna come back because she was a great guest. And she's very intelligent. She knows a lot. She talks a lot, and she talks some shit. Now y'all go follow her on Facebook. You won't be disappointed. I promise you. That's why I start following. I say, man, this motherfucker, you're crazy. I say, hold on, man. She be talking shit. And then I found out she's from Houston. Well, that's what the problem is. She's from Houston. That's what the problem is. But anyway, you go ahead and click her back in, Mike.
Yeah, I got it.
Can you hear me, Makiba?
I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, man, outstanding. Now, did you have fun? Did you have a good time?
I had a great time,
Okay.
and congratulations, because this is such a great show. Like, it's such a needed outlet. It really is. Like, you're
Thank you.
really getting the word out to the people in your own way. And so I applaud you, my brother. It's beautiful.
And you are too, Queen. You're doing your job out there. I see you on social media. I see you calling them devils out. You got to call them out. And when you're saying, I'm not discouraging people not to vote, but we got to do something about this electoral bullshit. That shit got to go. That shit's outdated like the Jerry Curl, man. Niggas don't even put spray in their hair no more. You know what I'm saying? They twist that shit up and what they be doing, man? Just twisting that shit. I know my son got the nappy shit. He just twists it up and throw it, and they look crazy and shit. I see you got a son that graduated this year, correct?
I do.
Congratulations. We both do. we
All
both
right. Are you done? I'm done now. Are
I'm
you
done.
finished?
Yeah, I'm done. Me and the Queen gonna walk around the house butt naked now. That's what we gonna do. Butt naked. That's what we gonna do. So, Mike, you got some line up for when we do go out?
I can find something on.
Okay, find me some. You go ahead and put that enough back over there. But anyway, man, I want to thank everybody who's been following us for all this time, man, and I want people out there to be safe. The COVID-19 is real, but don't be a fool. You know, just keep the social distancing. Don't be kissing on people and hugging on people and shit. Y'all leave people alone. Keep your hands to yourself. Wash your hands, and I do it all the time because of what I do. I have to wash my hands all the time, all day long, and I'm an essential worker, so I'm always out there. So I got to watch myself, and y'all got to watch yourselves. But what we need to do as a people, and when I say my people, we know what I mean on this show. My blacks, my Hispanics, my people of the indigenous people of this land, Jamaicans, anyone of color who has been oppressed by the devils. I'm talking to you. We have to get our shit together. We cannot continue to fight amongst each other, killing each other, all that bullshit. Once we clean our house, the outside will be easy. You understand me? And I do believe in separation. I'm sorry, but I do. Separate, get away from them devils. Get your kids in some black schools, learn some history. Try to go to HB's, the black historical colleges. Get your asses in no colleges. Excuse me. Learn when you go to these schools. Make these schools change their curriculum. Their curriculum is outdated and it's lies, y'all. It's lies. Okay?
Right.
Oh, one
And
more
some of these
thing.
racist white people that you see out here spewing all this venom, some of them are teachers.
Now, here's what I'm confused on. We got the Confederate flag and everything going down, and all these Confederate leaders, correct?
Right.
Didn't they lose the goddamn war? Yep. Why is the enemy got their shit everywhere? Where are we getting this fucking bullshit from? And then we got to fight to get it down? I don't understand. I don't see Nazi signs in Germany.
Right. They want to rewrite history.
So you mean to tell me that the ones who lost the war has infiltrated into the government, huh?
And really, why would you have any Confederate anything up? That's treason.
Exactly.
You literally fought against your own country.
And now, why hasn't Trump spoke on that? He's always talking about treason. Motherfucker, that's treason. Am I making sense? You're making sense. Holy shit.
Plenty of sense.
But again,
It's treason.
America wants us to believe that this isn't a black-white thing. But it is.
It is.
It is. And we didn't make it that way.
Of anyone that owns slaves, to be honest with you, I don't give a damn what side you were on. If you own slaves, no.
Now, let me ask you something, Makib. Let me ask you this, Makib. Are you familiar with the NASCAR?
Yes.
Have you seen the interview with one of the, I can't remember his name. I put it on Facebook. Now, I want to say his name wrong, so I will just say him.
Is that one that's leaving?
No, not that shithead. They was glad he was leaving. I'm talking about the one who was on the guy who was on the board. I can't remember his name right now, but his family, he came on and said that he's the one who was pushing to get rid of it. Now his family were slave owners, and he said that he would hope if his family were alive today, they knew they were doing wrong. Now, that's a good white boy right there. You know what I'm talking about? Now that's a good white boy. He denounced his family's bullshit, but that's as far as I put my hands on him now. See, I go by what you say, but you still not invited to the barbecue. That's all I'm saying. You still can't come to the barbecue, but you cool when you're across the street. This is what I'm talking about, separating. See what I'm saying? See? I love you from afar. You can't come in the barbecue, though. We'll bring you some barbecue, but you can't come in. You can't come in this motherfucker.
Bring him some potato salad.
No, that's another story. Yeah, man. Are we ready now? You got it hooked up? Okay. Makiba?
I think it's great what they're doing with NASCAR. And I'm shocked, to be honest with you. I figured NASCAR and professional wrestling were two entities that I figured would be holding on to that flag tooth and nail.
Well, they were holding on to it. Let me tell you something, Makiba. Let me tell you something. You can't fool my black ass. You know what I'm saying? Let me tell you something, Makiba. Everybody want to be politically correct. Everybody want to be, well, they doing good. Man, fuck that. Let me tell you something. These white folks been flying that flag forever. You know why they did that shit? Because what the world is doing right now. See? Now the bottom line is going to be affected. See? They know if they get rid of that flag, the people going to love them, and you're going to mess around and get some black-ass motherfucking drivers now. People who black people want to see. I personally don't like it because all that turn left. I can't do that. I can't do left. You got to turn right some goddamn time. Shit. That shit boring. But the bottom line is, the only reason they did, if they bottom line wasn't, if this hadn't happened to George Floyd, and we're not gonna say George Floyd he was a man who got televised, and we tired of this shit. We just tired of it. And finally, that was the straw that broke the camel's back. That was it. So, I take it for what it's worth. I don't give a shit about them boys on that racetrack because I'm telling you, you're not going to change who they are. Because you think that white man who said all that, you didn't know all your friends love that Confederate flag? You ain't said nothing till now? See? That's what I'm talking. That's what I'm on. Let's talk about some truth.
Right now, being black, we like the new Jordans.
Say what?
Right now, being black, we like the new Jordans.
Oh, yeah.
But, that hot shit out, but we've been here.
Even Abe Lincoln said if he can keep the goddamn slaves, but he knew he couldn't. See, people don't know that. We don't want to talk about that. See, that nigga, he was half black as that damn self. He knew damn well he wanted to keep them slaves, but he couldn't. He couldn't do it.
Right.
But hey, that's another story. But they won't talk about that in school. They won't tell you that in school. Tulsa, Oklahoma. They didn't tell you about that in school. Hey, I learned that.
And that's the other thing that we need to be very expeditious about changing. Not just this two-party political system, but we have got to hold school districts accountable for what is being taught to our children across this country. There is no American history without black history. And that's part of the problem why there's such low tolerance between the races, because we don't know shit about each other.
And the thing about it, Makiba, when these teachers who want to take a stand and they want to bring a curriculum, they'll fire their ass.
That's fucked up. And we gotta show up to those school board meetings. The president over the school board has so much power, and that's the least voted elected official.
Now, do those people actually change? Who's in charge of the curriculum? That's what I want to know.
From the school board.
It's a board of people that's in control. So you're telling me, because this happened in Houston, I can pull the article, I can't find it, but when a teacher has brought a black curriculum to a classroom, they fired this person.
Wow.
Or put them on no because it was outside the curriculum. Somebody white complained because they brought some black knowledge to the classroom. Now, I put up a post about Black Wall Street, and I saw a couple of my friends who are teachers say, well, hey, I'm going to use this in my classroom. And I started thinking, you better ask somebody before your ass get fired. You know what I'm talking about? Because you can't be bringing no black shit up in no school. You better ask for permission. So that's where we at, Makiba. And it's a sad time that we're living in, but we're here. And I guess until I got one foot in the grave, I'm going to be fussing and fighting, trying to get my brothers and sisters right. That's what I'm going to be doing.
And that's okay, and be adamant, be very vocal about these schools and hold these schools accountable. We have got to be teaching our kids, all kids, Black history. I went to a predominantly white school in high school and in middle school. And in none of those classes did we ever discuss anything Black about history. Nothing. We got one little blurb about Dr. King. That was all that we were going to get. That's why I was so ticked off when people were so excited that Yale has decided to have a Black history course. And so they're going to teach from emancipation up through current times. And I'm like, I call bullshit on that. You can't talk about emancipation without talking about the slave trade.
Oh.
You must go back to the beginning.
They want us to forget, They want us to
Because
stop talking about it,
They want us to forget, not just because they don't want Black people being pissed off reliving our history. They don't want the world to know what they did to us. They don't want to say it. They don't want to acknowledge it. They don't want to be held accountable for it. And they never will until we force them. That's why I'm not buying the bullshit with Nancy Pelosi kneeling with the goddamn Kente cloth on. Get your ass off your knees and go cut my neck.
Boy, I almost fell out my damn rocker when I saw that. What the hell is this woman doing? She just lost a lot of votes for doing that shit. They call that white cooning.
Like, where's our money? Where's our money for our teachers? Where's our money for our educators? Where's a real curriculum?
Outstanding.
We shouldn't even be taking the SAT and the ACT at this point. You
Uh-huh.
already saw white folks in Hollywood pay for everybody, all their kids to take it.
They've been doing that for years. They just got
Right.
caught. They just got caught.
The integrity of the test has been ruined. So
Real,
why are we doing this?
real quick, Makiba, one last question before I have to let you go, Queen. Colin Kaepernick. What's up? You love Colin Kaepernick? You hope he get back in the NFL?
I hope that Colin Kaepernick gets whatever he wants. And if he wants to be in the NFL, then he deserves a shot. If he doesn't want to be in the NFL, I completely understand.
What do you think about that bullshit apology? When he said we should have listened to the players when he didn't even say Colin Kaepernick's name. What do you think about
I think the NFL is the best example. The police department is the best example of modern day Klan, and the NFL is the best example of master-slave relationships.
Damn, we're going to have to end it
There's
on that note.
no
Holy
bigger
shit.
plantation right now in this world than the NFL.
You know what, Makiba? That's how you end the show. And you said a mouthful with that
We still
statement.
doing Juneteenth?
What was that? What was
We
that?
still doing Juneteenth? What's up?
We broke up. Say again?
Are we doing Juneteenth?
What, are we doing what on Juneteenth?
Barbecuing, eating, celebrating being Black.
Shit,
Oh.
you know what? I celebrate being Black every day. But Juneteenth, we need to stop spending our money and get some Tyrone some money and leave Jesse and Jimbo and them alone. Because we need to put our money where our family's at. But hey, Makiba, I really appreciate you coming in. We had a great time. You were so interesting. You took up my whole goddamn show. So that was a good thing. So I hope that this is not going to be the last time we have you in the cave. Next time, you're going to see how fly we can get in there because my man over here is a master at putting it together. Right now, we're checking out the car. This is my first show in a year?
Yeah, it's been a while.
Been a year? First show in a year now, and we're shaking the cobwebs off. And I'm glad to have you as my first guest back in action. And it was lovely, and I enjoyed it.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure. Absolutely. Anytime. And I wish you the best. I wish your family the best. And we're going to be all right. I promise.
And call Black Lives Matter for me, please.
Okay, I'm writing it down right now.
All right. Peace and love, Queen.
I'm out.
All right, peace. Oh, man. Now, let me just say before we get up out of here, man, SCP Radio, Light Jockey Mike, DJ Jimmy Ray, Fluffy, the whole damn fam up in here, man. I wish them the best and everybody stay safe. Cause right now we doing social distancing, just me and Light Jockey Mike. He keeping his hands off me, so we good. And you all right over there, Light Jockey Mike?
Yes, sir.
Mike like, shit, man, this was hard. You working me to death. Had to get the cobwebs out. But I appreciate you guys for listening tonight, man. And I hope you took to heart what we talked about tonight and take it to your kids, man. Stay with your families. Take care of them kids, brothers. Y'all know how I feel about that shit. Stay home. Take care of your kids. Take care of your kids. Take care of your kids. Amen. And love each other. And we out of here. We see you next week. Out.
Observation, but I think she only fucked to give me inspiration.
We were alive, there was a fire in the dark.
Okay, you hate me.
But we were alive, there was a fire.
Hey, okay, you hate me.
But we were alive.
I hate the diss. I hate the diss. Fuck, I'm probably missing.
But you,
I miss. I'll probably kiss her. I hate the diss, brother. Hey. And now it's ashes to ashes and dust to the dust. I left you all my emotions cause chasing cash was a must. And now you all in your feelings, you got this look of disgust. At the end of the day you knew you was never enough. But I mean like, no disrespect, so don't take it as. But I'm tired of you and your basic ass. So you sip slow and you sip slow so you can live and last. And you take shots and you celebrate and you smoke slow so you forget the past. Cause I'm tired, I'm frustrated, I'm wildin'. I'm drunk as hell and I'm driving. I let this easy Jesus play pilot. I should be wildin', silent, somewhere on an island. And your ass is in your feelings cause you knew you not invited. But it's ashes to ashes and dust to the dust. I left you all my emotions cause chasing cash was a must. You all in your feelings, you got this look of disgust. Cause at the end of the day you knew you was never enough. But I mean like, hey, let me change your perspective. I mean like, I ain't the type to be that damn disrespectful. I mean like, it wouldn't come as a surprise if you knew me better. All in these streets telling these women we should go together. Like, we go together, I guess we go together. Like these my homies, them your homies, girl, that go together. Hey, that go together, hey girl, that go together. Like these my homies, them your homies, girl, that go together. Shit, I mean like, who the fuck am I kidding though? Hey, I be loving these hoes. Man, I be all in my feelings like they was all that I know. And kept them closer to home like they was dope to my nose. I mean like, hey, can we get back to the topic? I mean like, can we get back to all this cash in my wallet? I mean like, shit, I mean we been about the profit. Like, so many 20s, ain't no room for a wallet. Like it was me, Jay Good and Johnny out of college, acting childish, chasing dollars, penny pinching with some other niggas, dollars probably wildin', silent, somewhere on the island. And your ass is in your feelings cause you knew you not invited. But it's ashes to ashes and dust to the dust. Left you all my emotions cause chasing cash was a must. Now you all in your feelings, you got this look of disgust. Cause at the end of the day you knew you was never enough. But I mean like, me and this lovely Dominican being friends again. She wrote your boy and her resume lacking many men. I can't help it, along the way you know I probably loved her. We perfect together, but shorty she dated my brother. So I mean I guess that's the nail in that coffin. Knowing that situation, but steadily speaking often. She know I'ma roll these songs and my loyalty never falter. Cause even though we ain't spoke, that's my nigga until the coffin. So you win some, you lose some more. Like nothing that can't be solved off of bottles of rose. More like some shit I can't remember, like winter time at the Rose Bowl. Out in Altadena, we late off that no dose, no ho. Shit, what am I even talking about? That's it though. Alright, let me hear it back.
This is your boy, Light Jockey Mike, and I just wanted to thank you for supporting SCP Radio. That's the end of our show, but please be sure to check us out on SpaceCadetPro.com, where you will be able to watch our videos, find and like all of our social media accounts, and chat with us. While you are there, click on the radio tab, where you will be able to see the show schedule and all of the different ways to reach us. You can also listen to us from there if you are on a PC or laptop. Thanks again, and remember, we are the future in entertainment.